I purposefully order meat items so I don't have to share with my vegetarian friend. My friend Hazel and I have been going out to eat together for almost 2 years, and somewhere along the way, she decided that her being vegetarian means she gets to eat my food, but I can never eat hers. It started small at first. She'd ask for a bite of my burger or steal a few of my fries, but over time, it escalated to the point where she basically plans her entire order around splitting mine. The thing is, I love sharing food with people. I'm the person who orders 3 appetizers so everyone can try everything. But with Hazel, it's different because it's completely one-sided. She'll order a $7 side salad, then eat half of my $18 entree, and act like she's doing me a favor by keeping me company while I eat. I've tried bringing it up casually, like, hey, wanna split an appetizer? And she always says, oh no, I'm vegetarian. I can't eat most of those things, but the second my food arrives, her fork is already on my plate. 2 months ago, we went to a diner and she ordered oatmeal and fruit for $6. I got a full breakfast platter with eggs, bacon, and pancakes for $14. She ate 3 of my pancakes, half my bacon, and didn't even ask. Last month, we went to an Italian place and I ordered chicken parmesan. She ordered minestrone soup and a small Caesar salad. The moment my plate hit the table, she said, oh, that looks amazing. Can I try some? I said sure, thinking she meant 1 bite. She ate 4 full pieces of my chicken, taking all the cheese and sauce with it. When I suggested we split her soup, she laughed and said, oh, this is vegetarian, you wouldn't like it. There's no protein in here. I was fuming, but I didn't say anything because I hate confrontation. And honestly, I didn't want to make things weird. So I came up with a new strategy. Order only meat-heavy dishes that she physically cannot share. Last week, we went to this Mexican restaurant that we go to all the time. Usually, I'd order something we could both enjoy, but not this time. I was genuinely craving nachos, but I knew if I ordered the regular ones, she'd demolish half of them while I watched. So when the waiter came, I said, can I get the carne asada nachos? Extra meat, please? And can you add chorizo too? Hazel immediately lit up. Oh, perfect. Nachos are great for sharing. Can you ask them to put the steak on the side so I can have some too? I looked directly at the waiter without breaking eye contact and said, actually no. Can you mix the steak in really well? Like completely cover everything. Make sure the meat is in every single bite. The waiter looked between us, clearly sensing tension, but said, sure thing, no problem. Hazel's smile completely vanished. Wait, what? Why would you do that? I just shrugged and said, that's how I like them. Really meaty. She sat back in her seat, clearly annoyed. Well, if I knew we weren't sharing, I would have ordered more food. This is ridiculous. Then order more, I said, still smiling. You can still add something. She crossed her arms. I'm trying to save money. I thought we were splitting, like we always do. We don't always split, I said. I share with you. You never share with me. The nachos came out 10 minutes later, and they were absolutely beautiful. The steak and chorizo were mixed throughout, buried under layers of cheese, jalapenos, sour cream, and guacamole. Completely impossible to separate. I grabbed the first chip, loaded with meat and cheese, and took a huge, exaggerated bite. Oh my god, these are incredible, I said, looking right at her. Hazel just stared at her sad little $8 garden salad with barely any dressing and like 6 cherry tomatoes. She picked at it silently while I devoured my nachos, making sure to comment on how good each bite was. Every few minutes, she'd make these passive-aggressive comments like, wow, I'm still really hungry, or man, I wish I had ordered something more filling, or those nachos look so good, I bet they'd taste better without all that meat. I responded to each one with the same cheerful energy. You should definitely order something else. They have great quesadillas, or you could get tacos, but she never did because the whole point was to eat my food for free and save her own money. By the end of the meal, I'd finished every single nacho on my plate, licking the cheese off my fingers. She'd eaten maybe half her salad and was clearly miserable. When the checks came, hers was $11, mine was $19. She looked at the difference and said, wow, you spent so much more than me. Yeah, I said, because I actually ordered real food that fills you up. She didn't talk much after that, just scrolled on her phone looking annoyed. On the drive home, she kept mentioning how hungry she still was and how she'd probably have to stop somewhere for food later. I just nodded and said, well, maybe next time you should order an actual meal instead of banking on sharing mine. She got really quiet and I could tell she was pissed, but honestly, I don't care anymore. I'm done being her free meal plan. She can either start ordering her own food or find someone else to mooch off of. The best part is, this happened 3 days ago, and she just texted me asking if I want to grab dinner tonight. I said sure, and suggested a Brazilian steakhouse where they bring you unlimited meat. She hasn't responded yet.